So clearing the line is about stepping diagonally forward in order to evade a cut to the back of your head, and drawing the sword as you do it. You will note that the sword is protecting your head as you draw. So there's two versions, two-handed and one-handed. In Kasumi no Kata, I usually use the one-handed version because the version in the Kasumi no Kata comes from the Tachiai Bato, in which it is a one-handed kiri or toshi. However, the two-handed version, which is a little bit slower, I think, is stronger and is a good practice. The other reason to use one-handed is as you pull the back shoulder back, it makes a clean line with the body and pulls you completely clear of the line that your body was on, which is the line that your opponent's sword theoretically is coming down. That taisabaki, just that stepping off the line, is very much worth practice. It's a physical practice I do a lot. It's unobtrusive, you can use it on the train and whatnot. Just stepping forward, and the forward step taking you off the line that you are on and turning your body so you look behind you. The second step, so having stepped off the line, pulling your leg back, should be done in concert with the back shoulder coming back as much as possible. Which is another reason why I often use the one-handed version. The two-handed version, the shoulder stays forward a little bit, which kind of can't be helped. The idea of clearing the line is found in a lot of the sword techniques and a lot of jujutsu as well. You'll note the protection of the head, but it should not become the main focus. The draw, your head is protected as you draw, but if you pause there, then the next thing becomes difficult to do. So you shouldn't stop. Your head is protected as the sword leaves the sheath, and if a sword is coming down the line and you're not quite off the line, you are safe. But don't stop there. Continue into the dropping cut, and then the ski forward. Or even in that case, like just putting the monouchi, the cutting part, into your opponent's face, and then moving into the rest of the kata. All of the rearward draws kind of have a similar timing pattern, which is first clear the line, then decide what to do. So in the previous case, we stepped forward out of whatever was happening behind us and then opened to see what was there. In this case, we are stepping off the line and turning to see what is there, and then doing the kiriotoshi, the cut, and then ski back down the line, and then proceeding with the rest of our kata. That kind of pattern, first become safe, then check what's behind you, and then move into whatever is an appropriate technique, is the same pattern you find in basic, all of the basic back jujutsu techniques as well. The idea that you know what's behind you should be resisted. Because you're doing kata, sometimes you kind of do things in a habitual manner. But that order of find a safe place, look behind you, and then act is important to do kind of in that order, so that you don't become arrogant or assume you know what you're going to find when you look behind you. It might be a friend, you know. This is what my sensei always used to do, right? He would clear the line, then look behind him, and then throw his arms out as if to hug me. or try and punch me in the stomach. It's like you don't know what's there until you see, and then you move into your jiu-jitsu technique. And just to make the point, he would periodically not do the jiu-jitsu the technique, but would instead like give me a hug or something, which is why I always remember this. to do things in that order, and to not get ahead of myself, and to not think I know what's going to be behind me. So look, then turn, then kata and ski. I think the other thing to think about, apart from that diagonal forward step, is that you can start to vary speed. Generally speaking, if you do things very fast, you'll notice where your mind is sticking, and if you do things very slow, you'll notice where your body is sticking, and which parts are not coordinated yet. And so doing it both ways is a good idea. Good luck with your training, and I will continue mine. I hope everyone's having a good week.